Now this is going to be a part 2 for the invensys Mexico timer. This one happens to be a W10436308, but honestly they're all pretty much failing in the same exact way. So I'm going to open it up and show you roughly what's going on inside and why that contact gets weak between the contact between A and B, which you can see right there. So all you have to do is remove this these 2 Phillips screws. And so doing this one-handed is not the easiest. Open that right up, and now A and B contact. Sorry, the motor's just gonna come right out. So this is what you see inside, and now that A and B contact is this one right down in here, right down in there. And when you're turning this dial, there's a pressure that gets pushed on with this lowest cam that's way down in there. Let me see if I can point at it. The one that's down below there, that cam gets a groove in it. I'm gonna pull this apart really quickly and show you what I'm talking about. Just remove first this top cam here, set that aside. Obviously you're going to want to take a picture if you're not familiar with these so you can try to put it back together correctly afterward. So you just take this cam out, this whole thing, and then I'll remove this one out of here, and then we'll find the problematic one right down in here. And now you see, let me see if I can get a clear view of that. See that groove that's in there? As you've been turning the dial and you feel that stiffness when you're turning it, it wears, where it coincides with the lip on here, it wears the groove down into this piece of cam right here, whatever you want to call this little cog. And then that bump no longer gives the appropriate amount of pressure on this contact, has to push tight against here. And as you can see, because it hasn't been tight, usually these contacts get all covered in carbon and kind of dirty. So a lot of times you can clean those up. And what some people are doing is they're heating this up and bending it a little bit to give more pressure to, like, basically counteract the groove that's been put into here. So as you can see, it's only like a millimeter worth of a groove. And if you were to, you know, bend this ever so slightly, it will push down a little harder. There's some videos about that. I may make a video, part 3, when I repair this timer. But for now, that's basically just a more in-depth look. And then I'm gonna reassemble this and see what happens.